Do I need pressure regulation for a drip irrigation system? Probably. There's a few caveats to this, but it's almost always a good idea to get a bit of pressure regulator. For drip lines and drip emitters, two of the main types of drip irrigation system, these will want to operate at about 1 to 2 bar pressure. This is fine. You can get this from mains water pressure. You'll typically get between 1 and 3 bar in mains water pressure. It could feasibly run without any pressure regulation. However, pressure varies in mains water supplies between 1 and 3 bar, and it will vary during the day as well, depending on how many other people are in the area using it. So you're not getting a consistent pressure from your mains water supply. So just to put this in context, if we've got a drip line that's rated to take 2 litres an hour at 1 bar, at 2 bar it'll do 40% more than that, unless it's a pressure compensating drip line, which is one option. So you can get a considerable variation in flow rate there. So unless you're regularly checking your pressure and adjusting your watering times according to what the pressure actually is, unless you're going through that hassle, you're going to get inconsistent results without a pressure regulator. But a pressure regulator fixed to the system will regulate the pressure down to whatever you set it at. So most drip lines between sort of 1.5 bar. So you know you're getting exactly what they say they're going to be emitting all the time, getting a consistent flow rate through your system. Now for drip tapes, you definitely need a pressure regulator. And the reason for that is that drip tapes run at very, very low pressures. They'll run typically between 0.5 and 0.7 bar. And much more than that, it's actually going to damage them. And given that mains pressure is normally between 1 and 3 bar, you definitely need to regulate that down with a pressure regulator. Unless you had a low pressure gravity fed system that you were feeding them off, then you might get away with not having one. But even so, you probably still want a pressure regulator in there as well. So for drip lines and drip emitters, you almost certainly should have a pressure regulator. And for drip tape, you definitely need a pressure regulator. They're only sort of 30 to 50 pounds for a good one. They'll last you 10 years or so, or even more. If you're going to the bother of setting up your system, invest in a pressure regulator. You'll thank yourself for doing it in the future.